What's up, everyone? Before we dive into today's incredible story, I need you to do something for me right now. Smash that like button until it turns blue. And if you haven't already, you need to subscribe to this channel immediately. Hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Don't wait. Do it now. You won't want to miss what's coming. And your support is what keeps these stories alive. Ready? Let's go. Have you ever heard of a place that shouldn't exist? An island so strange, so alien, that it feels like a forgotten chapter from a science fiction novel. Imagine you're a lone traveler approaching a coastline that looks nothing like Earth. Through the dense morning fog, bizarre shadows begin to take shape. They're not ordinary trees. They are giant, umbrella-shaped silhouettes stretching towards the sky. The air is thick with mystery. You can't help but wonder, what secrets does this forgotten land keep? This is not another planet. This is Socotra, the most alien-looking place on Earth. As my boat neared the shore, the world I knew seemed to dissolve behind me. The moment my feet touched the sand, a profound silence washed over me. It wasn't just quiet. It was an ancient, untouched stillness that seemed to vibrate in the air. The scent was a strange mix of sharp sea salt and something else. Something ancient and resinous, like the sap of trees that have stood for millennia. Local villagers greeted me with warm smiles and spoke in a language that felt older than the land itself, Socotri, a tongue that predates Arabic. It was then that I truly understood. This place wasn't just isolated by distance. It was separated from the rest of the world by time itself. I wasn't just stepping onto an island. I was stepping through a doorway to another world, a living museum of our planet's distant past. Every rock, every plant, every whisper of wind felt like a piece of a story that the rest of humanity had long forgotten. My first real journey into the island's interior took me through a winding valley. And there they were, standing like silent sentinels from another age. The legendary dragon's blood trees. Their branches spread out like a vast, tangled root system pointed at the sky, creating a dense canopy that blotted out the sun. Making a small cut in the bark revealed their secret. Thick, dark red sap began to ooze out, dripping slowly like blood from an ancient wound. A local villager, his face weathered by the sun and sea, shared the island's myth with me. He said, these trees were born from the blood of a great dragon who was slain in an epic battle with an elephant right here on this island. Science, of course, has a different explanation and adaptation. But here, on Socotra, surrounded by these bleeding giants, the myth felt more real, more true than any scientific fact. It's a place where legends breathe. Leaving the Valley of Dragons behind, I ventured into what felt like a garden sculpted by giants. This was the home of the desert rose, but these were unlike any flowers I had ever seen. They weren't delicate plants. They were massive, swollen trees with thick, bottle-shaped trunks that looked like living stone sculptures. Their skin was smooth and gray, and from their stout bodies, delicate pink flowers bloomed, a stark contrast to their rugged form. My guide explained that this bizarre appearance is a miracle of survival. Cut off from the mainland for over 6 million years, life on Socotra evolved in complete isolation. These trees store water in their swollen trunks to survive the harsh, arid climate. Each one is a testament to nature's incredible ability to adapt and thrive in the most impossible conditions. It was like walking through a gallery of living art, where every piece told a story of resilience and time. My journey continued into the heart of the island, leading me to a deep, winding canyon. As I walked between its towering rock walls, a strange sound filled the air. The wind, funneled through the narrow passages, created a low, humming whisper that sounded almost like human voices. My guide told me that legend speaks of ancient Greek sailors and Roman traders who once navigated these very paths, seeking the island's precious resins. Closing my eyes, I could almost hear the echoes of their footsteps, the murmur of forgotten languages, the clatter of caravans from lost kingdoms. This canyon wasn't just a geological formation. It was a corridor through time, holding the whispers of every soul who had ever passed through, their stories carried on the wind for centuries. I felt like an intruder and a welcome guest all at once, listening to the secrets the island chose to share. As dusk settled over the island, the real magic began. I set up camp under a sky completely untouched by the glare of city lights. The darkness was absolute, and as my eyes adjusted, the heavens exploded into a tapestry of 1,000 stars. I had never seen a night sky so clear, so brilliant. The Milky Way stretched across the horizon like a river of diamonds. The stars were so bright they reflected perfectly in the still, calm waters of a nearby lagoon. The silence was profound, broken only by the gentle lapping of water and the distant call of a nocturnal bird. My guide, sitting by the fire, shared another local story. Some say Socotra was once part of the Garden of Eden, he whispered. And the stars you see, they are the same stars that watched over it then. They are its eternal guardians. In that moment, under that celestial dome, I believed him. The next day brought a new challenge, crossing the vast, shifting white sand dunes of Archer. It felt like stepping onto the surface of another planet. The sand was so pure and white, it was almost blinding under the midday sun. The landscape was in constant motion, the wind sculpting the dunes into new shapes with every gust. Our trek was a true test of endurance and trust. Out of nowhere, sudden, swirling sandstorms would appear, reducing visibility to zero and then vanish just as quickly. In this disorienting world, maps were useless. I had to rely completely on my guide's instincts, his deep ancestral knowledge of the wind, the sun, and the subtle language of the sand. He moved with a quiet confidence, showing me how the earth itself breathes and shifts. It was a humbling experience, a powerful reminder that here, nature is in complete control. Throughout my exploration, I encountered wildlife that seemed to belong on no map. Tiny, jewel-toned reptiles with intricate patterns scurried across the hot rocks, their colors unlike any I'd seen before. Strange birds with unfamiliar, melodic calls circled high above the alien trees. Even the insects seemed to be from a different world. Over 90% of the reptile species and a third of the plant life on Socotra are found nowhere else on Earth. They evolved in total, absolute, isolation, creating a unique biological kingdom. Each creature was a slightly unfamiliar version of something I thought I knew. I found myself constantly wondering, did the rest of the world forget about this island? Or did the island, in its ancient wisdom, choose to forget about the world, preserving its unique wonders in secrecy? As my time on the island drew to a close, I stood on a cliff overlooking the turquoise ocean, the dragon's blood trees behind me, and the endless sea ahead. It was then that I had a final revelation. I had come seeking myths and strange landscapes, but I realized Socotra's true treasure wasn't the dragon's blood, the ancient legends, or even the rare, alien-like trees. Its real treasure is its very existence. It is the last, untouched chapter of Earth's story, a living glimpse into what our world once looked like before humanity reshaped almost every corner of it. It's a powerful, humbling reminder of the raw, untamed beauty of nature. Socotra is not just a place to visit. It's a lesson to be learned, a lesson in preservation, respect, and the incredible fragility of our planet's history. Before we finish this journey, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Dire Marked Wolf, XYZ. If you're a new parent or looking for the perfect gift for one, they have an incredible selection of baby and newborn products. They deliver all across the USA, making it super convenient to get high-quality items for the little ones in your life. By supporting them, you're also supporting our channel and allowing us to bring you more stories like this one. So please, check out Dire Marked Wolf, Zeiss. Your support means the world to us. As the boat pulled away from the shore, I looked back one last time at the alien landscape fading into the horizon. The umbrella-shaped trees, the white dunes, the rocky cliffs, all of it slowly being reclaimed by the morning mist. The island seemed to be wrapping itself in a veil of secrecy once again, guarding its ancient wonders. I left with a profound sense of awe and respect. Some places are not meant to be fully understood, conquered, or explained away by science. They are meant to be experienced, honored, and protected. Socotra remains a silent, mysterious testament to a world we have almost lost. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey to the Lost Island of Socotra. If this story fascinated you, please give this video a huge thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on. We have so many more amazing places to explore together. Until next time, stay curious.